Have really direct, honest conversation about how we can all help each other in the money and power game. Our mission, vision, passion is all about driving revenue and growing capital for women. So every single topic that we've explored over the last 4 years, except for our annual philanthropy event, has been about making more money for women, growing more capital for women, how we can all build relationships with each other that support that process of more money, more capital, more revenue for women, more power. And so it's so nice that we've got this terrific diversity panel here today. They're going to be really great, and I think you'll really enjoy their topic, the conversation and the issues that they'll discuss. But when we first planned this event, CHERYL, CALHOUN, and I thought it would be really interesting and educational, but I wanted to think about how's it going to make money for me? I know that diversity helps the corporate bottom line. I know these ladies are going to discuss it, but I know it does. And so, but I wanted to know how it helps my bottom line. So it was interesting because I had an opportunity to think about this. I manage money, and a lot of times when I'm managing money, pitching for big endowment money, I'm competing with teams of alpha males. So there was a situation where there was a nonprofit, and there was an opportunity for me to pitch for the business, and it was a sizable situation. So I was really thinking about strategizing. How am I going to win this business? How do I position myself to win this business? And I was feeling a little insecure that I was pitching for the business, and my competitors I knew were these big alpha male teams from other firms. And so I was talking to my husband about it, and he said, well, actually, first of all, I forgot to mention, I talked to my boss about it, and he said, we need to get you an alpha male. You go in with an alpha male and you'll get that business. So I went home and I talked to my husband, and he said, what are you talking about? This is a social service organization that serves women and children. You're a mother, you have children, you're a woman. Who knows that better than you do? So call them up and tell them that why have they had men managing their money forever? Why not a woman? They serve women and children. They should have a mom like you. So I did. I actually called them the next day. But it was such a mind shift for me. I was like, what are you talking about? You mean it's an asset? So diversity can make me money? So I was quite excited about it, actually. So with that, I'd like to thank our terrific corporate sponsor for this event. We have CHERYL CALHOUN from CBIZ Mayer Hoffman McCann. CBIZ has been a sponsor of Broad Circle since the beginning in June of 2008. This group was started with 25 women in a room. CHERYL was one of those women at that time. We're now about 2,500 women in Los Angeles and Orange County. And it's all women who share a passion for women's leadership, for money and power, for driving revenue and growing capital. And those values are also represented in the CBIZ culture. They have been our biggest corporate sponsor for the last 4 years. So with that, I want to give a big clap for CHERYL. And also for Simon.
Thank you, Daria. CBIZ MHM LLC, we are, depending on the list you look at, either the 8th, the 9th, or the 10th largest CPA firm in the country. You like the 58? Okay. All right. We're a business services firm, and what that means is we do everything that a business needs, from insurance, payroll, to accounting, to attest work, to evaluation, you name it, we'll do it, okay? And we'll even come out and wash your car sometimes. My particular practice is in the tax and business management area. I specialize in high net worth individuals and closely held businesses. And I have a subspecialty, which is in film entertainment, which just means I do a lot of work with independent film producers. We are proud to sponsor Broad Circle. CBIZ Women's Advantage is our corporate-wide, what would that call it?
Women helping women to succeed.
Women helping women to succeed in business. Sunny and I sit on the national board. This thing started in 2005, and it was the brainchild of our CEO, Steve Gerard. And he brought us in from all over the country, and he said, you know, women are a very important factor. We need to go find a way to get that revenue. I'm serious. He said, we need to go find a way to get that revenue, and the way to do that is you women get together and figure it out. Women helping women succeed in business. So tonight, diversity. Well, diversity is a people issue. It focuses on the differences and the similarities that people bring to a situation, a cause, an organization, etc. Many mistake and limit the understanding of diversity to mere cultural interaction, but it goes beyond that and stretches to the ways in which people experience unique group identity by relating to gender, sexual orientation, race, ethnicity, and age. All these factors culminate into the dynamic homogeneity of an organization despite its differences. Workplace diversity initiatives complement, non-discrimination compliance programs by creating the workplace environment and organizational culture for making differences work. Diversity is about learning from others who are not the same. It is about dignity and respect for all. And it is about creating workplace environments and practices that encourage learning from others and that capture the advantages of diverse perspectives. When organizations actively assess their handling of workplace diversity issues, develop and implement diversity plans, multiple benefits are reported. Some of these are increased adaptability. Organizations which employ a diverse workforce can supply a greater variety of solutions to problems in service, sourcing, and allocation of resources. Diverse backgrounds bring diverse talents to fluctuating markets and customer demands. Through broader service range, diversity helps to provide service to a broader range of customers, including, for example, globalization. Variety of viewpoints. It creates a larger pool of ideas and experiences because a diverse workforce feels more comfortable communicating different points of view. And finally, more effective execution. Employees are inspired to perform to their highest ability, thereby contributing to company-wide strategies, resulting in higher productivity, profit, and return on investment. Diversity in the workforce is an asset that appreciates with age. It is a long-term strategy. The question we ask tonight is, does diversity deliver dollars to the bottom line? And the answer is, how could it not? No matter what your political affiliation might be, you cannot ignore the message delivered in the recent elections. Bob Schieffer, who is a CBS reporter and a 75-year-old white man, said the coalition has matured. This election has sent a message that perhaps must be heard in sectors other than politics. The message is that it is a new day. It is a coalition of women, minorities, gay, etc. that has matured. There just aren't that many old white men anymore. Like I said, he's a 75-year-old white man. It is a new day. We must adapt and change. Just like political parties must strive to adapt their message to the changing face of America's electorate, so must corporate America embrace and adapt to a global diverse economy. As one political analyst put it, we can no longer apply a Mad Men reality to a modern family world. Thank you.
I've said for the last, more years than I'm going to share with you folks tonight, that I have probably the best job at CBIZ. I don't think it's ever been more true than it is tonight to say, okay folks, look on your table. There should be a few of these on the table. I want you to hold them up proud. That will happen to me in just a moment. I ask you to do this because women are like tea bags.
Oh.
You never know how strong they are until you put them in hot water. I use the hot water tonight. This may be not only the proudest moment to be a part of CBIZ, but this is one of the hardest jobs I have because I am here to corral the four women to my right. I've spent an hour and a half with them, and I have to tell you, feel sorry for me. I've got guys on task and on time. So I am going to ask them to self-introduce, and I'm going to start at my far right. With Kim Myers, who's Director of Diversity for the Writers Guild of America.
Yes, and after this report, which is a wonderful report, I urge you all to read it. Daisy was kind enough to provide it. Talks in part later in the report about legacy. So I'm in the legacy phase of my career, having had several already. I started in film and television production in New York, was a development executive at several different studios out here. And now I am currently the Director of Diversity for the Writers Guild of America West, which is the union that represents 8,000 screen, television, and movie writers here in Los Angeles. And I represent the interests of all of the diversity groups, including women.
Terrific. Thanks so much, Kim, for being here. And to her immediate left, we have ROSALYN Taylor O'Neill.
Hello, I'm ROSALYN Taylor O'Neill. I am, as of July 31st, August 1st, I am the president of Leading from the Heart Consulting, my consulting firm. Prior to that, I was the Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer for the Campbell's Soup Company. And prior to that, at one point in time, I was Executive Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion for MTV Networks. I have spent my career, which has expanded more years than some of you in this room have been alive. And I'm pretty sure about that. My career has always been in the world of diversity and inclusion, either as an internal leader or as an external consultant. And I am extremely pleased to be here tonight.
Delighted you're here. And to her immediate left, we have Daisy AUGER-DOMINGUEZ, a newcomer to California. Daisy, why don't you self-introduce?
Sure. This is my 3-month anniversary today. Having joined the Disney ABC TV group as VP of Organization and Workforce Diversity. Prior to that, I hail from New York City, which still stands strong after Sandy, and where I worked at Time Warner. And prior to that, I actually had a career in finance for 12 years, where I held a variety of jobs, including a credit risk analyst. I worked for Moody's Investor Service, so this is a crowd that will know who that is. And managed our philanthropic programs, and then went on to launch our diversity and inclusion programs. I hail from the Dominican Republic. I am Dominican and Puerto Rican, and I am enjoying your lovely sunny California weather.
Okay, so welcome. Hi. I am DEBRA LANGFORD. I've had a phenomenal career. I think I may be the only California native up here. Born and raised here, and so for 18 years of my career, I was a creative executive in television in various companies. The highlight was running Quincy Jones's television company, where I had to work with not only Will Smith, but LL Cool J 4 days a week. Tom was late. I'd say, Tom, you're late, and he would come right here, and I'd go, okay, just don't be late. It was a phenomenal experience. And then I moved into the corporate D&I space. I was at Time Warner in charge of identifying top diverse and female executives for all the business units of Time Warner globally. And I proudly say that when I chose to leave to go to NBC Universal, 117 positions were filled with executives that I presented. So I changed the culture of the
Okay, that deserves.